Hey there, boys and girls. Welcome to another bedtime story. I'm your old pal Black Swan. Are you ready? Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a man named Elisha. Now, Elisha was a prophet. Do you know what a prophet is? A prophet is a person that plays make believe that they can talk to God. We have a lot of prophets now. And they all said that Donald Trump was going to be elected to a second term. Isn't make believe fun? One day, Elisha's friend Elijah left him to go live with God in heaven. God had come down to take Elijah away in a flaming chariot that was flying. Do you know there once was a man named Eric who wrote a book who said that he didn't think it was a chariot, that he thought it was a spaceship with aliens in it instead. But that's much more silly than a flying chariot, isn't it? There was fire and smoke, and God used a transporter like Star Trek, so that all that was left was Elijah's cloak. I guess you don't need warm clothes in a spaceship. Elisha was very sad about his friend being gone. But God was nice and gave Elisha double magic energy to help him be a prophet. So he picked up Elijah's cloak, since he wasn't using it anymore, and headed home. As Elisha was walking back to his home in Bethel, a whole bunch of young boys came out of the city and started making fun of him. "Get out of here, Baldy," they said. "Get out of here, Baldy." Wow, going bald must be awful. Elisha got very angry at the boys for teasing him, and he used God's name to curse them. A curse is like a magic word that you use on someone that has done something to make you angry, so something bad happens to them. Elisha did this because the Bible tells us to forgive our enemies. God heard Elisha's curse, and he sent 2 bears to attack the boys. Oh my goodness! Have you ever seen a real bear? They're so big. They're taller than the tallest person you know, and they can weigh as much as a whole car. They have big, sharp claws that can tear trees open and big, long teeth to bite with. Well, those 2 bears mauled 42 of the young boys. Mauling is when a wild animal attacks you and tries to kill you. They use their big, sharp claws to rip the flesh from your body, and they will bite you with their big, sharp teeth. The boys screamed and cried in pain, but the bears didn't stop. They used their big, sharp claws to rip the flesh from the boys' bodies, and they used their big, sharp teeth to tear the boys' arms and legs off. There was blood and parts of bodies all over the place. After the bears left, some of the young boys were still alive, and they lay on the road crying for their mommies and daddies and bleeding into the dirt. Elisha was very happy that the boys had been punished for making fun of his bald head. Then he decided not to go home to Bethel, but he went to Mount Carmel instead. Imagine that, a whole mountain made of caramel. I wonder if there's apple trees on it that grow caramel apples. I like caramel. Do you? Well, that's our story for tonight. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments which Bible story you want me to read next. Sleep well and have a good night.
The Bible's not for children.
That ought to hold the little bastards for another week.